So we're asking the community to speak out on all social media, to put eBay's brand where it belongs, which is through the mud and in the gutter.
How can you be sitting there telling me that you care, when every time I look around, the people suffer in the suffering in every way, in every way.
It really is. Let me give you all a little background for those of you that aren't familiar with what's going on here. TCG player voted for a union in 2023, March of 23, and eBay refused to recognize these people at the table then, which required us to file unfair labor practices, which we won a ruling in August of 23, which finally forced eBay to the table and to recognize these folks. So we began bargaining in September of 23. They hired Littler and Mendelson, a notorious union busting law firm. All right?
That's right.
And our experience over these last 20 months has been nothing but delay tactics, surface bargaining, which means nothing of any value. All right? So we've been at the table for quite a while now, and the result of this is waking up on Thursday morning to an email at 8:26 in the morning that says they're closing the authentication center. So, rather than do the right thing and try to negotiate something fair for these folks, that's what they chose to do. They chose to just pick up and leave town. So we're here today to let eBay know that we will not be going quietly.
That's right!
They will not be able to just walk away from Syracuse, and that we will call out their corporate greed.
That's right.
Hell yeah! We will remind everyone that eBay is a company of cowards.
That's right.
Rather than negotiate a fair contract, eBay is instead picking up their toys like petulant children and running away.
That's right.
Rather than pay their workers a fair living wage, Bigler and the corporate bullies are taking their $10 billion and giving Syracuse the middle finger and heading south.
That's right.
Rather than live up to its own human rights policy, which said that they would respect workers' rights to organize.
That's right. Yeah.
All right? They've been proving that its word means nothing. And beware, Louisville, Kentucky. We've got an employer that does not stand by their word.
That's right. That's right.
They're trying to claim that it's about profitability. But we all know that that's a lie. This is about union busting. And one of its worst forms ever. Penalizing workers for trying to stand up in the workplace and get a voice on the job. Well, this is what they chose to do. So hey, Bigler, nobody's buying the bullshit. All right? Cut and run is not a business plan. It's a plan of a coward.
That's right. That's right.
These workers have not asked for much. I've been at the table. I know what we're asking for. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. There's nothing egregious. There's nothing above and beyond what normal folks would expect to get on the job. All they've asked for is respect, dignity, and to be able to earn enough to live without relying on other resources to keep them afloat. They asked to share in the success of a company that they helped to build, a company that they wanted to be part of. These folks love working here. They love this job.
We do. Wanted to be here for years.
Well, you're not going to find any of this in Kentucky.
Damn.
These folks here have given you years of hard work and a quality of work that you will not get in a non-union right-to-work state.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Cheap labor will get you cheap quality.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
And your brand will suffer for it. The almighty brand, the corporate brand that they work so hard to protect. They've given themselves their own shot in the foot here. You've got nobody to blame but themselves for this stain that they will leave upon themselves. And you will deserve that stain for this union busting closing. You deserve it for this callous and heinous treatment of the people who built TCG Player. You deserve the stain on your brand for your corporate greed. Greed Bay. Greed Bay. Greed Bay.
That's right.
It's no longer eBay, they are Greed Bay.
That's right. That's
When the CEO makes $21 million in 2024, which is 536 times the median annual wage of one of our TCG folks.
Yep.
It's despicable and it's disgusting, but it is the American way.
The only way they know.
My hope is that the city and the county will use this insult of a closing as a warning when negotiating tax breaks for these big companies.
That's right.
I hope in the future that any contracts will have what we'll deem now an eBay clause and hold companies to account for their actions when they cut and run and leave our workers and taxpayers holding the bag. Look at this building, how much taxpayer money went into this facility. There must be a message sent to companies that are given lucrative tax breaks. There must be a clear message sent that Syracuse will not tolerate union busting or allow working people in our city to be exploited or allow taxpayer money to be stolen and not given a return on our investment. That's right. We need to send this message. I call upon our elected leaders to make that happen. Get our money back. Penalize this greedy corporation for closing the center and taking over almost 300 jobs away from the city. I live in this city. I love this city. But to see this happen, it's disgusting.
That's right.
So our message here today from the hardworking people behind me, next to me, and the labor movement is that we will not go quietly.
That's right.
Not at all.
We will not let corporate greed go unchallenged. We will demand respect and accountability, and we will fight till the end. Because when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. We're coming for you, eBay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Without further ado, I would also like to invite one of our TCG Player workers and leaders up to give a few remarks. Please welcome Matt Schlick from the Overnight.
Howdy, y'all.
Hello.
Speak from the heart, man. I'm gutted. I am absolutely gutted at what they did to our community and our family. Because I started here last year. I found a family here at this company. I found a family in our union.
That's right.
Sorry.
We got you.
I wanted to bring attention to, as many of you who work here have noticed, that security has been ramped up a considerable amount. More guards now sitting outside of very key areas in the workplace, outside of the vault where we keep our most valuable items, outside of the broker room where a lot of valuable items pass through, in front of the time clocks. I always thought the point of our security was to keep us safe, right? Was to make sure that everything was good with us.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I think they've made it pretty clear that it is no longer about keeping us safe. It is no longer about protecting us. It is about protecting the product from us.
That's right. Ain't right.
Because they are afraid of us.
That's right.
They sure are.
And I don't know about y'all, but I feel watched. I feel like I'm being treated like a criminal in my workplace. I feel disrespected.
That's right.
I feel insulted.
That's right.
In his massive email to us where he said that Bigler was picking up his ball and going to Kentucky, he said, we want to make sure that our team is supported and cared for during this difficult transition. Do y'all feel supported and cared for?
Hell no.
I feel betrayed. Yes.
I need a job.
I lost my home because I couldn't afford it.
Hell no.
I don't give a shit about severance. I don't give a shit about how much money they're going to give me. I want my job. I want my family back. I want this community to stay together. And I every one of you had the courage to come out today. All of y'all, I want a commitment from each and every one of you that you are never going to stop giving them hell for what they did.
That's right.
Thank you, Matt. All right. Thank you very much, Matt. I would also like to welcome to the front one of our bargaining committee members who has been sitting at the table with eBay for over 600 long days of bargaining. So without further ado, Bob Guy.
How's everybody doing today? Fire up! That's what I thought. So, for those of you who don't know me well, I'm Bob Guy. I've worked at TCG Player for what feels like forever. It's going on almost 9 years. But I'm not going to get to 9 years. Do you know why?
They're shutting the door.
They're shutting the door. They're turning it off, and they're taking this away from each and every one of you. How does that make you feel? That's right. Now, what Matt was talking about, he said he found his family here. I found my family here. I found family here 9 years ago. I found family this year. I look around me and I see family everywhere I look. And eBay can't take that away from us. They can take our job, but they can't take our family. Now, about 3 years ago, eBay bought TCG Player, and they spent over $330 million to acquire us and everything we own. And now we stand here today because they couldn't be bothered to lose another $2, $3, $4 million, some number. They're losing money, and they can't find a way back. And it's our problem after 300, 400, how many millions of dollars for union-busting lawyers, for security guards to come in here and harass and bully us, to give raises to non-union employees, and what is there for us?
Nothing.
That's right. And is that right?
No!
Hell no! But despite all of that, despite all the money they spent, despite all the work they put in trying to shut us down, keep our mouths closed, and make them look good in the press, here we are telling truth to power. That's right. And we couldn't have got this far without each and every one of you. If anybody here thinks that eBay had any other plan, if you thought that they were ever going to sit here and listen to their workers, the proof is in the pudding. You're sitting here and you're looking at it now, but it hasn't crushed the workers' spirit. And it's not going to today, and it won't until, well, it never will. I don't know what to say. We never will. Let's go. Thank you.
I would like to welcome to the front another one of our long-standing organizers, leaders, bargaining committee members. I think you all know Rich Vallejo, so he doesn't need much of an introduction, but here you go, Rich.
Unfortunately, I didn't prepare anything to say, so this is going to be a little bit off the cuff. I've been at TCG Player. It'll be 6 years and 2 days when I hit my separation date on July 18th. I started at this company July 16th, 2019, and in the time that I've been here, like everyone else has been saying, everyone else who's gone through these doors, we're what makes this company what it is.
That's right. Every day.
When they ship it down to Kentucky to a right-to-work state for lower wages to try and save money for the business, they're going to lose the foundation of what we built here. That's right. Our experience and our passion. And for just about almost the entirety of the 6 years that I've been at this company, we've been fighting for dignity and respect and improvements on the job that we all deserve, as we've seen this company become increasingly corporate. Early on, as we feared the acquisition from a multinational tech company. We saw it coming. Our fears proved true when we heard of the eBay acquisition, and our worst fears of how that would play out is what we're experiencing now today. For the past over 600 days, like Maddox said, and even longer, for the past well over 2 years at this point, since we won our election in March of 2023, eBay has done nothing but try and bust our union, posting flyers up on the walls, encouraging people to call the cops on their coworkers, spreading lies and misinformation, and then calling into question the certification of our union, challenging it first to the NLRB in Buffalo and then to DC, preventing us wasting time for 6 months before we even got to the bargaining table, to then for months and months and months delay and not respond on fundamental articles for our first contract. So things as simple as just cause, for so that people don't have to worry anymore about being fired or disciplined unjustly. It took just about 2 years to win things as basic as just cause, not to mention all of the other battles and challenges that we had along the way. eBay has continued to refuse to engage with us on wages once we finally got to economics, and now we see why. Because despite the slow trickle of progress, they never intended on getting to a first contract. They intended to wait us out to see if we would just go away silently, to see if they would self-implode. And like Bob was saying, like everyone else has been saying, that's not going to happen. Nope. That's right. We still stand strong. We've only continued to get stronger. And this is proof of that. We're not done. On Thursday, they dropped the floor from beneath us. The lives that we knew, what we had hoped would be setting us up for the future. Look at us. A lot of us are young, hoping to get off on a good foot here, moving forward, to build the life that we hoped we could with this company and in our city. Rents are increasing 47%. We haven't had a pay increase in nearly 4 years. Whoa! We had hoped that getting to a contract, the first with eBay, would resolve this for us. And instead, eBay is packing up, outsourcing our jobs to Kentucky, and putting nearly 300 workers out on the street to now try and find replacement work in what we all know the difficult job market in our city of Syracuse.
Right.
We can't look at it as anything else other than just blatant union busting.
That's right.
That's right.
It's disgusting, and and we won't stand for it. We're gonna continue fighting for everything that we can get for severance. We're at bargaining today. We've got bargaining tomorrow, and we're not done. We don't lose unless we stop fighting.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you, Rich. All right, I would like to welcome one of our longtime supporters, Alex and Marion, to the front to give a few remarks. Thank you so much.
I am absolutely heartbroken to be here today because we should not have to be here today.
That's right. That's right.
We are here today, let's be very clear. We are here today because of the worst of corporate America. We are here today because of greed. We are here today because a corporation has decided to put profits over people. And that is unacceptable, And in Syracuse, that is unforgivable.
That's right.
Well, folks at TCG have been working. You all have been working so hard to unionize. I've gotten to know many of you. And this is not just a vague union effort. This is not just a slogan or a banner. This is people. This is Rich. This is Ethan. This is Matt. This is so many of you who have poured your hearts and souls into this. And you have inspired me down the street at City Hall. You are what I think of when I think of the best our city has to offer and the potential our city has to be stronger and more vibrant and create a better future from the ground up. It was what we should be doing as a city and as a community is investing, not the way the Wall Street leeches want to invest. No, we should be investing in our people just like you, all of you. We should be investing in our housing, in our infrastructure, and in our futures. And unfortunately, the city of Syracuse through the Industrial Development Agency and the state of New York made investments in a potential, in a promise from TCG Player. And the people at eBay lied. The people at eBay went back on that promise. They showed they do not care about our community. They do not care about the people of our community. They do not care about the future of our community.
That's right. That's right.
And so to eBay, I say, give me my damn money back. Because if you are not going to invest in the future of our community, if you are not investing in the promise of our people, if you are not investing in the best of us, then give us our damn money back and we will do it ourselves. And we will never inherit a better life, a stronger life, and a brighter future. And my heart's just aches every day since I got this news. I have been thinking about you all every day, and we will work together to find a path forward for all of you because you are an important part. You are the living, breathing soul of the city of Syracuse, and we could not be here without you. You are all the future of our city, not the corporate executive. Not these guys. You are the future of our city. You are the thing that gives me hope and everyone in our City Hall hope. So we are here for you. We will stand with you and we will keep fighting for you every single day.
So, without further ado, we've talked a lot about what has happened, right? This egregious attack on Syracuse and its workers. But we're going to talk about what's next, right? We've been talking a lot. We're not going to go quietly. We are not going to take this. So I would like to invite Ethan Solarius, TCG player, former worker, and now union organizer, to talk a little bit about some of the calls to action.
Yeah. Hello, TCG Union, CWA! How are we all doing? All right. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ethan Solarius. I was a receiving generalist at TCG Player for 3 years. I was recently hired on as a local organizer through our Local 1123. Let's hear it! We are standing here today because of an egregious action by eBay and TCG Player.
That's right.
They are taking our livelihoods away from us. They are splitting us apart. And they are showing us that they don't care at all. The severance that they are offering us is unacceptable.
That's right. Dog standard.
It's bog standard. And as I look around, I see all these people who have poured years of their lives propping up TCG Player as the paragon of the community that it once was. But we know that since eBay has taken over, TCG Player has fallen from grace.
That's right.
They've mistreated their workers.
They took away our community.
They took away our community. They disregarded our rights to organize. They disregarded our Weingarten rights for union representation in disciplinary meetings. They mistreated workers for medical accommodations and pregnancy-related issues. And at every turn, our union has been there to take action against these injustices. Right. And the thing that inspires me every single day is that we are not helpless. We are not victims. We are actors in our lives and in the history that is unfolding in this country. The tech millionaires and billionaires are trying to take over this country and tear us apart. They are trying to undermine our basic rights. And the politicians are enabling them in this administration. What we've seen from eBay is a microcosm of what is going on in our country. As Richard pointed out, we spent months and months and months fighting for due process and just cause protections in our workplace. Our co-workers have seen the importance of their rights, and they're not going to cede them to millionaires and billionaires. We've done pickets, we've done petitions, we've done sign-on letters, we've done rallies, we've called on our elected officials, we've reached out to the community, and we've won real things in our workplace. We won our Weingarten rights. We won the EIP bonuses. We won Just Cause. We won our gender equity proposal. And so much more. And right now, we are in the fight for our lives for the next few months. As I said at the top, the severance that they are offering is unacceptable. And we need to make sure that we are making as big and loud a noise as we possibly can and tell the world what eBay is doing to each and every one of you.
Working class deserves better.
That's right. We all deserve better. Every TCG player deserves better.
That's right.
Our families deserve better. And the city of Syracuse deserves better. So this is how we are going to fight them. Every single day, every one of you is going to be visible on the floor. We are going to show eBay that we are not giving up without a fight. We are going to continue to take action. We're going to continue to call on our elected officials. We're going to continue to reach out to our community that has been so strong in this fight. Now, what can the community do for us? We have a petition that's live right now that sends a letter to Rob Bigler and Janie Iannone. Over 4,500 community members have already sent letters to those robber barons. What the community can do right now is go to cwa.org/TCGunion
and sign that petition and let those robber barons know what we think about them. The other thing that you can do is follow us on social media and share things out. We have big things planned for Green Bay.
That's right.
So stay in contact, sign up for our Action Network, follow us on social media. More will be coming soon. But for right now, the most important thing is that we show up for one another like we have been for the past 3 years.
That's right.
Thank you all so much. Really appreciate you coming out. And we're going to bring out Maddox here to talk a little bit about the larger context of our struggle.
I'm going to close this out today with a few remarks. It has been a great honor and a privilege to organize with you all over the past 3 years. I have been here since day one working with y'all to go to an election, right, to start bargaining. It has been an absolute honor and a privilege to be in this fight with you. I am so proud of every single worker who stood up with courage, with bravery, with vision for a better TCG player, for a better Syracuse, for fighting for their future in this community and in their jobs.
That's right.
I'm going to cover some things that have already been said, but they're important, so I'm going to say them again. Year after year, time after time, eBay tried to stop us, right? It has been a non-stop fight. And every time we have overcome and we have won.
That's right.
We beat them every single time. And that is a testament to the power, to the resiliency, to the absolute commitment and courage of all of you. We showed up as a union for one another, and workers built this company, and eBay has shown workers nothing but contempt. And they would rather run away like cowards than to show us the basic respect that is guaranteed to us under federal law.
That's right.
To bargain a contract. We are not asking for anything other than for our rights to be respected. Closing the authentication center is an attack on the workers who built TCG Player. It is an attack on Syracuse. It is an attack on workers everywhere.
That's right.
They're trying to send a message, and we are going to send a message right back.
That's right.
Workers, Syracuse, the labor movement, we will not stand for this.
That's right.
We will not accept an attack on our most basic and fundamental democratic rights on which the labor movement has been built. And I bet you thought that eBay was the nicer version of Amazon, right? I don't think so.
That's right.
I don't think so.
They're all
Wrong.
evil.
They're all evil. And this is happening in Syracuse, but it is about all of us.
That's right.
It is about all of us as workers, right? It's about tech companies that treat the laws like a suggestion and our rights as a nuisance.
That's right.
Guidelines,
right.
they are rules.
Yep, that's right. Billionaire bosses cannot and will not get away with stomping all over working people and their rights. They are taking away our very right to better ourselves and our futures. They want to keep us down because they are terrified of our power if we stand together and speak with a united voice. They are afraid of us. That is why they're acting like this.
That's right.
Because they are afraid of our power. And we will not let them keep us down.
That's right.
And we cannot let these tech oligarchs attack us with impunity. We will stand up and fight back. And this tech oligarchy, right, is trying to undermine our very rights to protest, to organize, to have a voice, and to determine our lives, to have a say in our own lives. Rob Bigler, what are you so afraid of? Right?
That's right.
eBay, what are you so afraid of?
That's right.
So I have some questions for all of you. Are we going to let the oligarchy run this country? No! Are we going to let the tech overlords bankrupt our futures? No! Are we going to take our power back and organize?
I'm the president of CWA Local 1123 in Syracuse. We represent the TCG player folks that have been trying to negotiate a fair contract for them for the last 20 months. And here we are. eBay's cutting and running.
Yeah, because I do Uber and I take a lot of folks to work in the morning and talk with them. And wow, I didn't think that this would happen.
Nope, neither did we. Came out of the blue. Thursday morning, May 22nd, 8:26 a.m., email saying that they were closing the authentication center. And here we are.
Wow.
It
Wow.
was definitely caught us all by surprise. There was never any notice that it was coming.
Okay. Is there anything on social media where one might, if they wanted to sign a petition or where they may contact?
TCG player, go to cwa.org. That's the main site. And if you type in TCG player, they should be able to link up to their local site to get signed to the petition that we have circulating now.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another edition of Baba TV. Every time fire, and it's my absolute pleasure to be in the company of Brother Ethan Salarius, who is a part of the union. Here was once an employee of Greed Bay. We're not gonna call it eBay, Greed Bay, and he gave a heartfelt presentation.
Yeah, so what's going on here at TCG Player, which was acquired by eBay, a few years ago, is union busting, plain and simple. They are avoiding their obligation to bargain a first contract with TCG Union CWA by packing up and leaving and moving operations to Louisville, Kentucky. So right now, out here, we're having a rally with the community to bring the community together to tell Greed Bay that we're not buying it. We know about their union busting. We know about them denying our rights. We know about them stealing from New York State and Syracuse. Taking money with promises of providing jobs and taking those jobs and putting them somewhere else. So what we're doing right now is we're making as big and as loud of a noise as we possibly can, because the only thing that Greed Bay cares about is their image. The only thing that they care about is their brand. And we need people to know what their values actually are, which is money above people, which is profit above people. These workers all around me, they've been fighting for a first contract for over 600 days. All that they've asked for is dignity, respect, and a living wage. And eBay has robbed that of them. So we're asking the community to speak out on all social media, to put eBay's brand where it belongs, which is through the mud and in the gutter. Because they are robbing these workers, this community. And to that end, right now we have a petition going on. You can go to cwa.org/TCGUnion and you can send a letter to our CEO, Rob Bigler, and eBay CEO, Jamie Iannone, and let them know what you think about their union busting.
All right. Thank you, brother, for giving me a little bit of your time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, family, greetings. Welcome to another edition of Baba TV. And it's always my absolute privilege to be able to speak with the next mayor of Syracuse, Mayor Sharon Owens. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on? Because, I have taken several people to work in the morning, and we discussed the job, eBay, and all that. And I'm surprised that all at once they just shut everything down. Can you put a little context to the people?
Yeah, I mean, TCG Player was established by Chevy Hampson, and actually they were in the Armory and then moved into this space years ago and renovated it. It's unlike any workspace you'll ever see because of the model of the business with the gaming cards, and really made an investment in the galleries at a time when it needed it. And then, you know, as a businessman, he made a decision to sell the company to eBay. And eBay, you know, really has reneged on kind of the commitment that they made to this community in that purchase. And really, there's no other way you could say this, union busting. And every time these folks tried to organize, the workers here who make this company, just roadblocks were putting away. And now they have decided to close. The ultimate way to stop that from happening is to close down this branch, and I believe take it to Kentucky somewhere. So it's a really sad day for these folks, their jobs and what that means for them. And it's a sad day. It's a sad day for these employees. It's a sad day for the company. It's a sad day for downtown Syracuse. Because as you mentioned, you drop people off to this location. People come downtown to work, and we're going to miss it.
Yeah, but I see that Mr. Hogan, Pat Hogan, up on Westcott, I think he got to rent spaces. It seems to put his signs up. Whereas Mayor Owens, you see her signs all in the people's yards.
That's right.
And
that's
so
right.
it just seems like, you
That's
know,
right.
you going through a lot and then shutting down the mayor's efforts with the budget and all that. All that this man is trying to, Mayor Walsh is trying to get things accomplished while they are trying to play politics, trying to get elected. I can't trust somebody like that, giving them my vote.
I stand in my integrity. I stand in where I've always stand in, working for the people of this city, giving my heart to this city, and I will continue to do that. I believe that people are seeing that message from me, hearing it from me, and to your point, you can put billboards in the spaces of big business and big property owners. My presence is in yards and neighborhoods.
That's right.
Where the people live.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.